Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Parker. Welcome back once again to another Call of Duty Mobile video today, and it should be a lot of fun because what we're going to be going over is the top 10 best weapons currently in Call of Duty Mobile. Now, I say currently because there are some weapons on this list that I have a feeling will be nerfed sometime soon, but for right now, these are going to be the top 10 weapons to go and use. If you guys are new around here, be sure to go and subscribe for future Call of Duty Mobile videos. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to go and give it a like, as well as if you guys are interested in going and catching me live. Like just yesterday, we had 1.3K viewers watching me live playing some Call of Duty Mobile on my second channel called Call of Duty Mobile TV. So if you guys want to go and check it out, there will be a link down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. But without further ado, we might as well get right into the top 10 list, beginning with number 10. For the number 10 spot here, we have the RPD. Now, I just love the RPD so much. I have so many nostalgic feelings with it, especially when playing this game for the first time, because since you unlock it at such an early level, you can go and just cause mayhem with it. I use this alongside the M4, which was also a really solid weapon, but with this RPD, if you put FMJ, foregrip, and extended mag on it, it can just be such a nutty gun. Like, not only do you have just so many bullets in the clip now because you have extended mag, if you have FMJ, you can have the ability to go and shoot through walls. So if you're like lasering someone and he happens to go behind cover, you can still go and continue to shoot him behind the cover, because most likely the FMJ is going to go and register and just completely annihilate him, even though he's just standing right behind cover there. So the RPD, definitely a really solid weapon. Coming in at the number 9 spot here, and I know this one will be a little bit interesting, but it is the M21. So this is considered to be a semi-automatic sniper rifle, and I know a lot of people are like, what, Parker, what is going on in this list? But if you put a tactical scope on it, which is pretty much like the equivalent of an ACOG scope, this weapon is going to be so nutty. I've been enjoying just this weapon class in general. Typically with snipers, you just go and use the regular scope on it, and you can just go and quick scope or hard scope or do whatever you want. But I feel like with this weapon, it truly is like an assault rifle in a way. Just going and using that tactical scope on it, you can really do some damage. Now, alongside that, some attachments I would recommend would obviously be like stock, FMJ, extended mag. If you can have those 3 attachments alongside with the tactical scope being probably the most important part of that package, this gun will be so nutty. Coming in at the number 8 spot here, we have the BY-15. Now, this gun, it's a little bit higher up on the list. I know some people might even say this is a better shotgun than the Striker, but we'll probably get into that later on in this video. But the BY-15, depending on the range, it can either be a 1 to 2 shot kill, especially if you're on maps like Kill House, where it's super crammed to quarters. And you can definitely believe when shipment comes to this game, which, yes, it is confirmed to be a thing. I did make a YouTube video talking about it because it is in the data files for Call of Duty Mobile. But alongside the BY-15 and shipment, just imagine that gun on that map, just such close quarters. This gun is an absolute beast, especially in hugging range, but it can get a little bit iffy, especially if you're a little bit farther away from the people. But still, nevertheless, if you have the attachments like laser sights, long barrel, and extended mag, you cannot go wrong with the BY-15. At the number 7 spot, we have the Type 25. Now, I know a lot of people have been using this gun as their primary weapon, and maybe it's just me, but I'm not really a big fan of the recoil with this gun. But nevertheless, it is still a really strong gun. The firing rate is insane, so I can see where the appeal in terms of using this gun as a primary weapon for a lot of people would make sense. But the 3 attachments that I would recommend would be quick draw, foregrip, and extended. I found out that just using those attachments in general will make this gun insane, and just having the foregrip aspect of it will help a little bit in terms of just the accuracy and kind of trying to go and deal with the recoil there. Even though the recoil aspect of the Type 25 might be a little bit iffy, it definitely makes it up in terms of damage as well as the firing rate. At the number 6 spot here, we have the Striker. Now, I know a lot of people might be asking, Parker, why do you prefer the Striker over the BY-15? And I just feel like I was able to easily get more consistent kills when using the Striker, because with the Striker, you can just keep on tapping the trigger, and you are the one in control of how many shots you're putting into someone and things like that. Because if you're in hugging distance, even though with the BY-15 you might be able to go and one shot kill them, the BY-15 isn't always that consistent. While I feel like with the striker, if you are in hugging distance from the guy and you happen to put one shot into him or two shots into him and he's just barely still alive yet, you can still just continue to tap the striker until that guy is dead. While with the BY-15, there's almost like a little bit of a cooldown period before you can go and shoot the weapon again. So striker, especially if you have fast mag on it, long barrel and laser sight, it can be really solid. And I know fast mag over extended mag, like, trust me, I've been using this weapon so much, especially like in the early days of unlocking this weapon, because at the base level, the striker has a lot of ammo, so you don't really need extended mag. Just fast mag, that's the way to go, but we'll get on to the next one here. At the number 5 spot, we have the DLQ-33. So this is like the most powerful sniper currently in a Call of Duty Mobile, and this is kind of where we're getting into the aspect of this list where things might be considered a little bit overpowered. I know for me at least, I'm a huge sniper magnet. I feel like I always die by snipers in Call of Duty Mobile, and feel free to let me know too in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that they should go and nerf snipers? In my opinion, I feel like they have to tweak the snipers just a little bit, but the DLQ-33, especially alongside FMJ, extended mag, and stock, it can be just such an insane gun. I've seen so many clips of people just going completely ham with the DLQ-33. And guys, you have to keep in mind, you unlock this weapon extremely early on here too. So having the most powerful sniper being unlocked at such an early level, you just cannot go wrong with this weapon. At the number 4 spot here, we have the AK-117, which I really do. I just want to say this. I feel like this is a really underappreciated weapon as well. Typically, people will go and say like, oh yeah, the PDW, MSMC, like DLQ-33 is like naming off some of the best weapons here, but the AK-117 is such a laser. If you have the attachments quick draw, foregrip, and extended mag, you really cannot go wrong with this weapon. Please, if you have not yet unlocked the AK-117, please do me a favor. Next time you go and log into Call of Duty Mobile, please try this weapon. And you guys are probably seeing the gameplay here too. This gun is an absolute laser, barely any recoil to it. It's just pretty much a straight shooter weapon to go and use. And that's why I'm just putting it at number 4 on this list. At the number 3 spot, we have the PDW. So don't get me wrong, there was an update that came out a couple days ago in which they nerfed the PDW, but they only nerfed it in terms of going and aiming down sight. Like, they made it a lot longer to go and aim down sight with the PDW, but that's just pretty much about it. So if you have quick draw on it, which helps in terms of just aiming down sight, as well as foregrip and extended mag, this gun is so nutty, man. It's so awesome that they did not go and nerf the damage, which I was most frightened about. But especially back in the beta for Call of Duty Mobile, the PDW was so insane, and I would still agree that it's a really solid weapon. Coming in at the number 3 spot here, you really cannot beat the PDW. Coming in at the number 2 spot here, we have the recently buffed MSMC. Now, whether or not the MSMC is going to be getting a nerf sometime soon, I really have no idea, and I don't really even know why they buffed it, because even back in the beta, this was a huge gun that a lot of people were using just due to the firing range and the amount of damage that you can do with it. Like, don't get me wrong, it really reminds me of the Type 25 in a way, in terms of just the recoil for this weapon, but extended mag, quick draw, and foregrip, especially foregrip, with being able to go and control that, this gun could be insane now. I don't know what they did to this gun to make it so awesome, but yes, the MSMC is so insane. And for the moments you guys have all been waiting for, the number 1 spot just has to go to the S36. This gun, and it's so funny, it has slowly became my favorite weapon of all time, just outranking the PDW, outranking the MSMC, the M4. This gun is such an insane animal. It's a different breed of weapon that we have never seen before, and it's unfortunate because I can easily see this gun getting a huge nerf sometime in the future, but at least for right now, this gun is insane. I've been enjoying it so much, and if you guys have not yet had the opportunity, because it is unfortunate, in order to go and unlock this weapon, you have to hit something like level 113 or 115. It's a super high rank in order to go and get this, but if you do happen to go and find this weapon on the ground, if like you're a new player, or if you're a higher end player and you have the ability to go and unlock this weapon now, I would highly recommend you to go use it around, play around with it, because this gun is just a beast. You guys are probably just seeing the gameplay on screen here too. This gun, like I mentioned, slowly became my favorite gun throughout all of Call of Duty Mobile. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the video. Thank you oh so very much for tuning in and watching. I really do appreciate that. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to go and give it a like. If you guys are interested in future Call of Duty Mobile videos, be sure to go and subscribe, as well as feel free to go and check out any of the other videos that you guys are seeing on screen right now. But with that said, my name is Parker. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful and fabulous day, because I certainly am, and I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video.